the body will be thicker, it'll be a heavier product. So, yeah, that's interesting. We'll look that up. Yeah, definitely.
Who needs a bee back here? This is the language. It's an ingredient. It's in Chanel number 5.
autocrat. They mostly, they're known for like Rhode Island, but they did a lot of work. I like the coffee because it's like Rhode Island thing, but they're happy. Oh yeah, no, I never here. I'm playing I think I wrote that for you. I've been playing. Yeah. The class here, I mean, it's got to be the coolest class at Yale. I'm actually really interested in Yeah, we're playing the first two that what you're just talking about. Yeah, I'm just in the stage of finding out. But I really am interested in plants. Oh yeah, it was from Rhode Island kind of long-term relationship. And it didn't work out for me. It was like, we're gonna be together and we have to be. And so I don't know, like we're planning to go now. I figured I could probably talk him into it.
Okay. Oh yeah, I know all this.
I think I've had
So Nathan, we're going to talk us through the interpretation of these mystery coffees now.
So, we're going to start off with A. Trying to think if, let's do some shout outs. What does everyone think A's tasting notes were?
Rose.
Rose? Lemon?
Chocolate.
Well, molasses is gone. I'm so sorry. What's in place of it?
That's a great
Chocolate.
Chocolate?
Chocolate.
You got
Tea.
tea. Peach tea? Okay. Looks like grapefruit.
any of the options.
Alright, grapefruit and peach tea are the correct flavors. Wait! Yes.
That's what I said.
It was the
Wait, that's for you, that's great.
It is a natural processed coffee from Costa Rica. So the tasting notes are peach tea and grapefruit. So with peach tea, like I'm a little stuffy right now, so peach tea and grapefruit. So the two we actually replaced. So molasses was technically correct. So the peach tea is really like, it's pronounced in the beginning. The grapefruit's actually very subtle. It's kind of along the finish. You'll sometimes feel, when you think of citrusy, you'll actually feel it on the side of your tongue. So when you start feeling that, start thinking, okay, is this actually going to be a citrusy coffee? So when you talk about acids and acidity, that's where you'll start feeling it. Anything that's super heavy will sit in the back of your tongue, and that can lead to unpleasant flavors such as bitterness. So if it's super prolonged and super pronounced, that's where you're going to get a lot of the bitterness in the back of your tongue. Bitterness has also been known to show up in other places in your tongue, but that's where I see it the most. So
Nate, if you put that one through an espresso machine, would it be impossibly?
yeah, it would be way too bright. You would not. It would be super tart. It would also be super thin. That's the problem with espresso. If you're not blending, you need body in espresso because it's so compact. It's basically within 30 seconds you have this drink. And if you're gonna have this through an espresso, it's gonna be super thin, it's super tart, and you're not gonna like it. So, any questions?
Peach tea and grapefruit, that's by your assessment or the consensus of other experts or by?
So this is actually a coffee. I visited the farm. I've seen the farmer. It's interesting little thing about this is actually it's a microlab program that Blue State Coffee helped start with actually our importer and other coffee professionals, and we all go down to Costa Rica. We sit around, they present their coffee, and we basically taste away and come to a consensus on what it tastes like. The grapefruit isn't coming out as much because I didn't want that to be a very pronounced part of the cup, so I roasted that a little bit out. You're not going to get that as much, but the peach tea is pretty pronounced in the beginning. But yeah, so to answer your question, and anything I ever do for tasting, I always ask other people what they're tasting to kind of get a consensus.
So if you go to the coffee shop and you say, I want coffee that tastes peachy with a little bit of grapefruit, what happens?
I don't know if the baristas will know exactly that. They could probably regurgitate, if I were to say Los Bolos, what does this taste like, they could probably give you the tasting notes, but they may not be able to do it in reverse order.
Oh,
So the baristas have to remember a lot, but you try to train so that they actually do know about the coffee and are able to give you what you need. So yeah, it's maybe a difference. You want to go to the next one? Yeah. All right. So Los Bolos. So what are you getting for coffee B? Anyway? Chocolate. Creamy. Creamy. Cherry. Interesting. I'm getting over a cold, so. So this coffee is it's a pulp natural, so you wouldn't really get chocolatey components might not be in there. They could be there, and again, I'm not saying the first and foremost coffee. You go anywhere, you do any cuppings, you do any tastings. We always say what you're tasting is what you're tasting. You're not wrong. None of you are wrong. I can't tell you you're not tasting that. But for this one, a pulp natural, like I said before, part of the cherry is actually left on the bean. It's actually fermenting. So it's going to bring out more fruity elements. And this one actually, on the nose, and I wish I could smell it so we could nail it. It's a rose kind of smell. I don't know if does anyone still have a bee? What's that? Did you say rose?
Yeah.
Awesome. Rose, awesome. And it's more so in the actual taste, it's watermelon. And with this one, it's where, awesome, watermelon. But like, you kind of get it if you were to slurp it, and that's why slurping is key. Because a lot of times if you just let it go down the center of your tongue, you're going to get more heavy components such as chocolate. So yeah, you want to basically slurp it, and actually once it hits where your nose connects with the back of your mouth, it actually, you can smell / taste the watermelon. So through this process, it's not as pronounced. If you're to come into my shop, I can make an AeroPress and you all taste it. It's great. So, what's up? Oh yeah. I wish. Maybe, if you see me, come see me. Any questions? So we had some people get it right, so that's good. C, so this one, what are you guys getting? Lemon. Lemon's correct. Chocolate. Is everyone saying chocolate? What's that? Berries, okay, interesting. What kind of berry? On that sheet. Lemon berries?
Local berries?
So probably strawberry. Anyone else? So strawberry is one of them, lemon's one of them.
Lemon and strawberry.
Yep. Cream is the other one. It's kind of, I think, so you could have gotten, you had a chance to get this right. This one's a natural. If you come in the shop, this is actually going to be for the next 3 months. If you see Ethiopia Conga, it's a natural process, and Ethiopia is the best at making natural process coffees. What's that? They've just been doing it for so long. I mean, it's where it all originated. They've been practicing and getting better and better. I have a natural from Costa Rica. They just haven't been doing it as long, but they're getting better at it. And then natural actually does compare to the Ethiopia natural. But again, if you're going to get a natural from Ethiopia, you're almost golden. It's like almost a spot on the top. So.
You seem to mention these countries over and over again. Is there any reason why South America, considering Brazil, is popular?
It's basically all, I mean, it's a lot of what they do. Like Brazil is the #1 producer and exporter of coffee.
No, I understand it, but you keep mentioning certain countries. Does that mean that certain countries you prefer that their way of processing or their coffees is more South American coffees?
I mean, the other countries, and again,
We haven't heard like Venezuela.
I know.
Yeah.
Because it's really only like coffee. I mean, we even discussed the belt, right? Because it only runs across. There's only 20 or so, 30 or so countries that are really producing coffee, and there's really a lot of them are so new at it, or just not good at it because they don't have the actual money from the government to help them. So a lot of times, like Costa Rica is one of the best, if not the best, from Central America. Ethiopia, hands down. We have Kenya from Africa. I'm getting some coffee from the Congo, but they're super new because of there's a lot of war and a lot of stuff from there. But this one coffee farm is producing good coffee. You have Sumatra and Bali and all this other stuff over in the Pacific, but it depends. I mean, but again, there's not as many countries producing coffee. So, any questions on the Ethiopia?
So are these Arabica or they were?
They're all Arabica. We never, we don't buy any Brew stuff. It's just not a good quality. So, the last one, D. I guess we only have 2 flavors left. Does everyone know what they are? Chocolate? Cherry. Sumatra. This is the most well-known coffee. I mean, go anywhere. I mean, who has not heard of Sumatra coffee? Anyone? But if you go like it's the most popular black coffee you can get from Starbucks, they kind of made it popular. But Sumatra tends to have a lot of funky, earthy, woody notes. But they're starting to get better at processing and getting those flavors out. And this one's just a full body. It's cherry, it's chocolatey. And I actually use this to blend with my espresso in my just my espresso actually. So. But did anyone get that right with the last one? Everyone, you did nice, awesome. You did? Yeah, awesome. So again, if you're gonna taste coffee, don't just sip it. Make sure you slurp it.
I did get cherry and chocolate, but I also got lemon.
You can. I'm not gonna say
A
otherwise.
lot of those things, they may not be common.
Yeah.
They be all in there.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
This way, hold on.
Oh, you just made that guy.
But down they go for lovely punch.
Hold it. Perfect.
There's all subs on the handouts.
Over 5. And then other med school.
We'll come back.
Okay, girls. She got 3 out of 4. My wife had 3 out of 4. My son gave 1.
Oh, excellent.
I don't even need coffee.
She doesn't make coffee.
But you got it. Maybe your taste buds are pure. Bye-bye. Great to have you guys.
Question for you. That are really, really large. And a picture of these at the owner.
We're gonna start with
What do we do with the extension? Or master gardener?
We have it with
Not done with it.
I mean, I wouldn't really recommend